Hello friends. Now let us take up the concept number 6.4, components of Java technology. Java technology can be classified into three main components. The first one is Java language. Java, you know, that is a programming language, and the second one is API. This is application programming interfaces. The third one is Java ARE. This is Java runtime environment. Now, these are the three main components in Java technology. Now, I explain briefly about the three components. The first one is Java programming language. Like a human language, programming language also mainly having three elements. First, let us consider a human language. Every human language provides three elements. The first one is words. Second one is the meanings of the word. The third one is grammar rules. Okay, so these are three elements that you know that. In the same manner, the similar three elements are provided by every programming languages with a different names. Actually, instead of words in the human language, here we can call them as formal notations or tokens. You can simply define that a programming language is a set of tokens. What are the tokens? Whatever elements you are using for developing a source code program is called a token. Token. In human language, we call them as words. Okay, so first one is formal notations or tokens. The second one is syntax rules, grammar rules. Suppose in human language several words are there. Just like that, you cannot compose the words and all that. How you can compose the words? Using the specific grammar rules of the language, you compose the words, then only it is meaningful. And the third one is semantics. Semantics means actually by composing certain tokens and all that, what would be the meaning, how system can understand that, what, by composing the tokens, what meaning is given, and or otherwise how system takes it and what action it performs. Simply understand the meaning of the tokens, that is called semantics. So the three elements uh, are composed, are the components of a programming language. Java, any programming language, it is not applicable not only for Java, for all other languages, for C, C++ also, the same rules are applicable. And in every language, you can straightly tell every programming language contains three types of elements, either for first one formal notations or tokens, second one syntax rules, third one semantics. Okay, by here one more thing you have to understand. By composing tokens, we can form instructions or statements. Now, by composing statements or instructions, we form a program. You know the definition of a program. A program is a set of instructions. And if you bifurcate, an instruction is a set of tokens which are composed strictly according to the syntax rules of the language. that you know. So now by using Java language, several types of components we can develop. They are called as applets, applications, servlets, and components. Several types of elements we can develop. So that is all about programming language. Second one is API, that is application programming interface. In the previous concepts I explained to you, Java provides you a standard library which contains many elements, mainly in the form of packages. As I explained to you in the second concept, presently Java standard library is providing 4000 plus classes which are organized into 200 plus packages. How packages are made? Depending on the integrity of the functionality of the classes, a package is made. For example, Java Lang package. All Java language oriented core elements, core classes are packed as a Java Lang package. Java IO package. IO means input and output. Input and output oriented classes and all that are organized as a package and named as Java IO package. Similarly, networking package, graphics package. Like that, depending on the integrity, they organize them as a group, and it is called as a package with a unique name and all that. So, all these 4000 plus classes are organized into 200 plus packages. That is known as API, application programming interface. So by this they are ready-made classes, mainly those are ready-made classes, and depending on the service you require and all that, the corresponding classes you can import, and as you develop them on your own, you can utilize them. That is the second and the most important component, and without this and all that you cannot develop any Java program. So one thing you must remember, Java programs may be so big and all that, but most of the functionality of the Java program are provided by the standard library. Simply you understand it is API. Thereafter, third component, JRE, Java Runtime Environment. And if you analyze this, Java language and Java application API are useful for developing for source code, and now it should be executed, it should be processed and executed. Then only you can get the result out of a program. For this purpose, Java runtime environment is there. It is also known as Java architecture. As I explained to you already, VORA, write once and run anywhere. That is the unique speciality of the Java platform. This because of this architecture neutral characteristics, it can be achieved. And here, uh, J, Java runtime environment is a composition of two elements. The first one is JVM, Java Virtual Machine plus Java language. These two components provide or defines the Java runtime environment. The runtime environment. By that, we can develop Java programs, debug them, and execute, and finally you get the result and all that. Here, JVM, actually many people can understand that JVM is a interpreter. It is not only interpreter, much above the interpreter. It performs after compilation. Bytecode is developed, and bytecode is translated or transformed by a JVM into a mission code. That's why people call as JVM as an interpreter. But much beyond that, it performs. Other functionalities are there. It acts like a mini operating system. Many management issues it performs on its own. So you can understand JRE is the combination of JVM as well as Java language. By that, by the support of these both, we can develop a Java program, we debug it and execute it and get the result out of that. Here I have to introduce Java editions. Actually, Java is divided into three types of editions. The first one is Java Standard Edition. Already I introduced it to you, SE, Java Standard Edition, that is simply known as Java SE. You know that the latest version is 8.0. It was released in 2014. Using Java Standard Edition, we develop applications, applets, servlets, and components. Next, Java Enterprise Edition, that you know as J2EE, or you can call it as JEE also. Okay, now actually the basic purpose, very demand purpose is this: large scale distributed network applications. Using J2EE, we can develop large scale distributed network applications. That means you can simply understand the internet oriented programs, large scale programs and all that, and that is called JEE or J2EE. Next, Java Micro Edition, Java ME. Actually, these are meant for developing programs where very small and memory constraints are there. Constraints are there. For them, this edition is used mainly cell phones, microwave ovens, washing machines, etc. and all that. Using Java, we can develop programs using Java Micro Edition. So you remember that Java is divided into three types of editions: Java Standard Edition, Java Enterprise Edition, Java Micro Edition.